What is going on, guys? Smooth Racing here, back with a brand new video, and today we've got our F1 2014 United States Grand Prix preview. This is the 17th round of the FIA F1 2014 season, and this should set to be a really good Grand Prix, of course. It's going to be certainly a very different Grand Prix to the rest of the season's races, primarily because of Cage Marussia will not be racing around Austin, so that means there'll just be 18 cars on the grid. And possibly a change to the qualifying format where we'll just see we'll see more cars go out in Q1. We'll see, well, actually, with the people, being absent, it'll work out as 4 go out in Q1 and 4 go out in Q2. That's not confirmed, but is pretty likely. So basically, the top 14 will go through to Q2, and the top 10, of course, as always, will go through to Q3. And Vettel has got to make an engine change, meaning that he'll be probably not qualifying, because I think he is going to be starting from the pit lane, so it'll be a bit pointless to qualify unless he wants to get some practice in. But I would definitely expect him to be starting from the pit lane. So of course, on your GP predictors, I've definitely put him as the most positions gained. Just a little tip there. And I definitely think he will be, the most positions gained, unless of course he retires. Vettel's really good at this track, and so is Lewis Hamilton. So I would expect Hamilton to have the edge over Rosberg around this track, primarily because he's really got the flow ever since Monza, and I think the media has really destroyed Rosberg's season, and just the whole tension and being provoked has really just led to the demise of Rosberg. It was looking so close. I was supposed to Spa, there was definitely the turning point, the aftermath of that. It turned out, that although Rosberg did gain those points, really, he was losing a lot more than he was gaining after that race. But there is still, of course, the championship fight, and it still could really go either way. Imagine if Hamilton had a retirement in this race, Rosberg won the race, Rosberg will be back in the lead with a, quite substantial lead, and of course, double points in Abu Dhabi. So it will be very surprising if Hamilton can get above a 14-point lead, because that, I believe, is the target. Because if you do manage to say Hamilton's 15 points ahead of Rosberg after Brazil, that will mean that all Hamilton has to do is finish second. It doesn't even matter if Rosberg does win in Abu Dhabi, but of course Hamilton is a bit of a master at Abu Dhabi, although he does have a slight curse. So I think Abu Dhabi is either going to go really well for Hamilton and he's going to win the championship, or he's going to face a retirement. Rosberg wins the race and Rosberg will win the championship. We are talking about Texas. And 2012 then was a pretty good race, I think. A great battle for the lead between Hamilton and Vettel. That was definitely one of my favourite races to watch up at the front, especially during that season. Surprisingly, we had so many different winners, but not too many fights at the front, and that was one of the great fights at the front I've seen in Formula 1, and that was a really good drive from Lewis Hamilton. And if we can repeat that in 2014, there's no reason why he can come out on top. And I definitely put probably Rosberg second, so that's my top 2 prediction. In terms of the final podium place, then, well, there's a great fight going on for 4th in the drivers' standings between Bottas, Alonso and Vettel. I don't know why it is, but Alonso and Vettel always seem to be so close together in the standings, whether that be for 1st and 2nd or for 4th and 6th, which it is currently. But it should be a great fight between them two, and I'd probably expect Williams to be best of the rest once again. And in terms of behind that, we'll probably closely followed by Red Bull and Ferrari. Vettel, as I mentioned already, does really like this track, so I would expect an improvement in performance from Vettel in this race. He has had some really good form in the past 3 races, apart from Sochi, really, but the Red Bull just didn't have the pace there. But possibly the Red Bull should return to its kind of 2nd, 3rd best car status at this Grand Prix. So I think the pace order would probably be Mercedes, Williams, Red Bull, then probably a put Ferrari, or maybe even McLaren. If McLaren can repeat what they did in Russia, there is no reason why McLaren can't, with double points, make a late surge and try and grab 4th place off Ferrari. What a turnaround that would be. But if Magnussen and Button can repeat their Russian feat, then there's no reason, as I've already mentioned, why they can't move themselves up in the constructor standings. But of course, there is still a long way to go, and that was just one race where they were good. So I'm definitely intrigued to see how fast McLaren are around this track, especially with their rivals Force India going through a lot of money troubles. They're not looking very likely to catch them at all. They're going to need a lot of luck. I would expect Force India, Toro Rosso to be fighting, down the low points end. Although this is a power track, no track at the moment seems to be working for Force India. Toro Rosso, I suppose have been improving in recent races. Verne is absolutely flying. Fiat, of course, had his best ever qualifying in Russia, but was unable to convert that into a decent race performance, and that is something I'm yet to see from Fiat. And I'm not happy if he's going to Red Bull, you know, with no good races really to his name, no kind of standout performances. Unlike when Ricciardo went to Red Bull, you know, he'd had plenty of standout performances and he was fully mature. But you know, Fiat could go into the Red Bull, beat Ricciardo, I don't know, win the championship in 2015. You never really know in Formula 1, but that is definitely a topic for another video. And we look lower down then, and we've just got Sauber and Lotus, of course, left after that. And those two, I wouldn't expect them to score points. It's quite a low fatality rate, a low attrition rate, sorry, around America. I definitely think that not many cars will be retiring, and hopefully the race will be better than its 2013 race. I didn't really like that at all. There was a bit of action at the start with Maldonado and Sutil, and I think a bit of good overtaking from Grosjean. But no, I don't expect there to be much overtaking this race. A bit, maybe slightly better than Russia, hopefully, but you never know. Hopefully we'll get a good race like we did in 2012. And as I mentioned, the 3 people to watch are Vettel, Hamilton and Bottas, all really good last year, or last 2 years. So yeah, my prediction then, podium prediction is Hamilton, Rosberg, Bottas. Leave your prediction then and any thoughts you have on the race down in the comment section below. I'm Prix Racing, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.